9, 8.
You're watching
7,
Experience Comic Culture and Sales.
5,
Streaming live daily to
4,
Facebook, YouTube,
3,
Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
What is up, everybody? I am coming from my underground bunker in the Great White North. It is your dude, Chuck Pineau. You are here on the EXP watching Triple T. And for everyone out there, if you're like, way too many letters, Chuck, way too many letters, this is the Experience, and Triple T is Talking Treats Trivia. Right? Yeah, something like that. So, man, so excited to have you guys here. Another awesome show. I'm looking to see what are people talking about. Sorry about the quick cutoff. If you've got any more, oh, okay, that's from last one. Look at all the people here. Eddie Von B, Make Two, Jay's in the house. What's going on? So, guys, like I said, the hell, my dog's freaking out over here. We have another great show. I was just joking about invading Canada. You don't need to be. I'm staying in my bunker just in case. I agree. Also, hi, just popping into Thalo. Oh, well, good luck with the homework, hon. I hope that goes well and enjoy your dinner. But yeah, good to see you. And yeah, man, you know what? We already have but usually I have to like get everyone excited and nah, you guys are here ready to go. You know we're gonna have a good guest because that's all we do is have good guests. So you know what? Let's do it. We got Jason Lennox, and we will see you right after this.
You make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
Jason Lennox, what is going on, my man?
Hey, Chuck. Good to see you from your underground bunker, from my underground bunker. This is eerily similar to 1997's Showtime Outer Limits special, Dead Man's Switch, where people are at bunkers around the world trying to survive an alien invasion. They can only talk on view screens, but they're all underground. So, yes.
Or otherwise known as 2020, one or the other. Good to see you, buddy. So I haven't noticed this, but it says Lennox Artist beside your name. Are you the artist too?
Yeah, no, I do art, writing, editing. You know, that's my jam. So yeah, I've been doing art for a long time. But I write a little bit too. So
right.
I now consider myself a comic book creator, but it's interesting because I've noticed kind of with my new book kind of beating around the circles here on the internets that a lot of people are like, wait, you do art too? And I'm like, yeah, no, like that's always been my thing. You know, I'm an artist, and so it is kind of cool. I'm realizing a lot of people might just be artists or just writers. So yeah, I'm a multiple tool threat. But
more and more, we're seeing your writing. So yeah, man.
Yeah, we can look at some of my art, right? It'll be all good. You can say, "Ooh, wow, he does that too." I'll be like, but I always did. So
well, and you've got an issue 5 coming. You're on Kickstarter right now, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Now, Lords of the Cosmos, that sounds like what? Like some kind of coming of age romantic comedy kind of thing? Is that what Lords of the Cosmos
yes,
is?
it's an excellent teen romantic comedy, and yes, lots of dating and social mayhem at a high school is around a dance, right? It just writes itself.
You know, yeah, dude, it just, you know what? The title said it all. You almost didn't need a book. The title said the whole story.
Wouldn't that be great? It would be like if all of a sudden a Hallmark romance just went like hardcore serial killer like halfway through, but was shot the same.
Well, I mean, isn't that kind of what they tried to do sort of with, what the hell was it? From Dusk Till Dawn. Like that feels like 2 separate movies when you watch that.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird, jarring, like, you know, crime, kind of sexy, and then it just takes a hard left turn into like zombie, or I'm sorry,
vampires. Yeah, you're like, what the hell is this? Yeah. So yeah, actually, I think that would be a great idea. And if From Dusk Till Dawn can work, so can our idea.
I'm there for it. You know, one last step, if they even, because all the Hallmark films, because my wife's really into them, I see them all the time. They're kind of shot like a soap opera. It'd be great if they cut it midway and went like 35 millimeters, so it was like a motion picture, and then got really violent, but it was in the same sets and characters and everything. That would actually be creative, so they would never do it on Hallmark because all their scripts are like AI.
You heard it here, folks.
Right, they all have the AI feel. Like, are these human writers or are these AI writers? Like, Hallmark's got it down to a very specific formula, and they're wildly popular. Like it, but they all seem very formulaic. I'm not saying Hallmark uses AI to write that. That was a parody comment, right? But
yeah. But here's the thing: you're actually right. So I had to edit a romance book. So I was like, okay, I'm actually gonna take a course on writing romance.
Oh God.
And I just, you know what? I thought, you know what? It's free and it's a tool in the toolbox that down the line will come in handy. You know, whether you like it or not, those books can pay. So I did that, and you're right. There is an absolute formula to it, especially like if you want to get into something like Harlequin. It is a formula, but you can punch that formula in and put out like some of those people have like 50, 100 books, like just a stupid number.
Yeah. No, another podcast that I really enjoy, Black Mass Appeal. I've been a guest, but I'm also a longtime listener. They actually had a lady that was an actual director for Hallmark that had gone on to direct horror films. And they were really into asking her about that. And those films are like military productions. Every bit of clothing, jewelry, hairstyle, and makeup is dictated to like the shade of eyeshadow, to like the length of the sleeve. Like Hallmark is so dialed into like exactly what they want. We want you sexy, but not too sexy. And we want this kind of sexy and this kind of everything. So it is nothing in those things is random. They understand whatever their magic formula is, they got it. Like we goof on them, but they're like the only cable channel that's actually growing an audience.
Well, so that's it. They know their audience almost better than any other. Like I would even say beyond even like something like an ESPN or something. I think they know their audience better than all that shit. Like
100%.
they really got it together.
They are like mad scientists that are just tweaking, just the exact thing. And it was the real horror film is Hallmark. Like they should do a horror movies. That would be like the most meta horror film of all time. Like the assembly line culture of that taking over. But yes, so much excitement around Hallmark, especially with Christmas coming. They'll actually have Christmas at Christmas.
Well, and Thanksgiving and everything. Yeah, man, time is coming. It's coming. It's almost Hallmark season, I would say.
It's never out of season. They have Christmas in July, dude. I mean, it's just like, Christmas in February. It's Christmas. Eternal Christmas. It's again, this is another horror endless Christmas. You can't leave. Like, no.
You are so right, man. So we're already like 10 minutes in, and we have definitely spent more time on romance stuff and Hallmark than anything else. So you know what? Why don't you tell us about Lords of Cosmos before we go off and find some other really weird thing to talk about?
So Lords of the Cosmos is a 1980s toy and cartoon themed comic book set in a post-apocalyptic planet where magic and technology are alive and well, and a group of savage villains are trying one last time to destroy the world, and an ancient group of heroes has to basically come out of retirement to stop them one last time. And it is, action dialed up to an 11. Everything's a little bit extreme and over the top. You will be reminded of toys and cartoons from yesteryear, specifically the 80s. And the book is a black and white anthology that is very similar to things you would know like 2000 AD and heavy metal. So that's the pitch. There ain't no romance novel. There ain't no teenagers dating. Absolutely not. And there's some of my art right there, Chuck.
Cool. Okay, so you're doing the interior art too?
Some of it. So the book has 3 stories. So it's 44 interior pages. I do the main story art, and then we had 2 other stories that I co-wrote with other artists doing the art. So that's my artwork. Those are my interiors. I also did the main cover, and then we had some variant covers. So That is not my art. That is Luigi Baroncelli from Italy. So he drew a story that I co-wrote with my friend Brendan Hikes, and that is one of the villain's origin stories. Zemba, who's sort of the main character of this issue, because it's like a roaming spotlight amongst different characters. So she's one of our femme fatale ultra villains. She is a member of the Disciples of Umex. Umex is the main leader. He's our Doctor. He's our Skeletor. Right, he's our Mumra. He's a cyborg zombie mutant, and he's not very friendly. And he runs his motley crew of villains like all great supervillains did in the 80s, and he's even gotten meetings. And Zemba has to go to one of his meetings in her origin story, and horrible results ensue.
I love that. I love that so much. So when you're doing something like this, so like you've got we're on issue 5 now. Is it always an anthology? Like, is it always these shorter stories, or is it just that number 5 is more of an anthology?
Nope. Every issue from issue 1 has always been an anthology. So there's one main story, like that's the first story in every issue. That's where I do the art, and that's like the main trunk of the tree. And then the side stories spotlight things that are in and around the main story. So it's like, oh, hey, why is this character doing this? Find out in this story. You know, you're like, oh, shoot. So it's like, you know, like encyclopedias and indexes, and you kind of bounce around. So it gives us an opportunity to do more work, because I can only do so much artwork with all the things I have going on in my life.
Yeah.
And it allows different creative lenses. So different artists, different writers, different perspectives to bring a different visual flair. We have character model sheets. We have villain logos, hero logos. So we have things for the artists to make sure that they're on spec, right? Like Hallmark.
Yeah.
And everyone's doing it, you know, at least to some standard, so we can recognize certain things. But we love the fact that we've had different artists with different styles, and it allows us to explore smaller aspects beyond the main story. And I think it's been a great, fun format to use for a comic book like this.
I like that idea an awful lot. Like, that sounds like a really cool idea. So we've got a constant story basically going through, and then these great little side stories that are just helping to kind of fill in voids and just give it some color, quote unquote.
Remember Starship Troopers? It's like, would you like to know more? So, you know, in issue 4, one of the characters reveals that they really hate one of the other characters that is now in trouble with the main villain, Umex, and he is sentenced to torture him to death. And then it's like, want to know why? Go to his story in this issue. It's called Hunger. And it's like, oh, okay. And then you find out why this guy so it'll be mentioned, and it like tells you where to go. And then it's like, oh, that's why that guy wants to kill the other guy. I get it. And I think that's a fun it's a fun way to tell stories. It reminds me of old school DC. There was a lot of go see, Justice Society issue 17, or Blue Beetle. I love that.
That's cool. And I love that idea. It's not something that I've seen a lot of either, which is nice. Like, I think that's the thing about comics. We're always trying to play with new things while also hearkening back to the stuff we love.
Yeah. And it's a fun way too, if an artist or a writer is like, yo, like I'm gonna do like a little story. Can I do Lords of the Cosmos? We can find ways for other people to say, sure, bring your creative vision to a little, 3-pager or 4-pager or whatever.
Yeah.
And include people in like little bite-sized chunks versus, well, Chuck, we'll need you to draw 50 pages and write, and you're like, man, I can't do that. I could give you 5, and we've had the ability over the years to do that, is to include small nibbles from some friends of ours that we like.
That's pretty cool. So, I mean, it's a 44-page book. You're saying that like these side stories, they only make up like maybe 10 pages?
So this one got a little bit different. Each story is almost the same size. So like the side stories are they're like branches that are like the size of the trunk. And it just kind of was how it worked out with the stories we wanted to tell. So this is like an old school king size annual that you've got 3 big hulking stories in it that are each around 14, 15-ish pages, so to speak. So the main one's the largest, I believe, by a page, and then the other ones are almost the same, but like just a smidge smaller. We've had different issues where the main story was like 20 pages, and there was like 3 like little 7 or 8 pagers. So this is just kind of different and they've never been the same. We kind of let the stories be as big as they need to be before we have to say stop. We can't let these things blow away into 50 and 60 page books.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no science to it. There's no real plan except to tell the stories we want to tell and let the chips fall where they may.
I like that idea a lot, man. I really do. So you guys are on Kickstarter right now. You're pushing this book. You're on issue 5.
Yep.
How do you look at Kickstarter differently on issue 5 than you did on issue 1?
So we know what our formula is. We know we're selling a lot better than we did on issue 1, and we have to be very cognizant to be able to let new people catch up. So we always have a catch up tier of PDFs and a physical tier. And I believe the PDF tier is pretty competitively priced. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. But it should be an easy way if someone's like, hey, I'll give this book a shot. How do I catch up on the old ones? Oh, okay, I can do an add-on and get all the PDFs. You can get physical books, PDFs, just to try to make it affordable so people can catch up. That's the biggest consideration on an ongoing series. I think eventually it'll top out at 10 plus an issue 0. So as it evolves, the Kickstarters will have to change just to accommodate, like, okay, well, this is issue 9. Like, how do I get the prior issues? And maybe doing a more economy catch-up tier just to help people that are new. Because we always want to try to help new readers, not make it too inaccessible.
Yeah, no, I feel that. And I gotta give some love out to everybody here. Lyle, Jay is here, Eddie, like everybody's just chatting away. Not really a lot that I need to add, but they're having a good time in the chat and whatnot. If you guys have any questions for Jason, by the way, hit us up. Let me know. I am watching. Yeah, good
Hello,
evening,
Mr.
What's going
Lyle
on, buddy?
from guest. Hello, sir.
So guest, that's good. So when you're looking at rewards, 5 issues down the road, are you like trying to top things that have come before, or is it more just like, nah, I gotta, keep smart on it? Like, where are you at?
So we definitely took advantage on this campaign with the add-ons for Kickstarter. So we have more add-ons on this one than we've ever done, because I think we wanted to try to make this one bigger and better, right? There's always that. We got to do more. We got to do bigger. So there's mouse pads, there's bookmarks, there's enamel pins. We have a limited run of custom sculptures of Zemba you can get for this issue, like the 80s action figure style build. And then we have some, so every issue has a toy on the back. We wanted to make you feel like you were at the toy store. And so Zemba gets her toy in the back, and then the inside back cover is like the back of her blister pack with like her stats and story and everything. So we're gonna our sculptor Eric will do 5 of those as custom builds. I think we sold 2 so far.
That's a fun idea. I really like that, man. So if you guys are looking for something like that, obviously here's the place.
Yeah, we lean hard into the things that you might feel that you remember, but we have a ton of add-ons, so you can, T-shirts and everything else. So there's quite a bit of add-on swag, or you can just get the books. You don't need to get any swag at all. But I wanted to try to give people as many options in merch, just to try to make it more fun and more colorful, right?
I like that. Eddie was asking, do you mostly only work in black and white? I know for this series is black and white, but do you mostly do black and white comics, or have you done a fair amount of color too?
Well, this is my 13th Kickstarter, 9 of which were comics, and some of the ones before Lords of the Cosmos were color, and then one was a black and white special, and then Lords has always just been black and white. So
really, it's what's best for the book.
Yeah, and Lords, it was twofold. One, it was budgetary. Coloring costs a lot more, so it helps keep costs down. And 2, I always dig black and white comics. Like 2 that I would like to shout out are Savage Sword of Conan, that I think I have like 200 of those in long boxes, and then 2000 AD, which I have the first 17 years of Judge Dredd collections of every year, or Prague, or whatever you want to call them, and they're just black and white. And I always thought Savage Sword and Dredd were badass in black and white. And I think if you do black and white well, it's great. So to me, it was a way to initially say, let's save a nickel. But it's a cool look. And if it works for Judge Dredd and Conan, it's good enough for me.
Right. No, I feel that. Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, black and white. Digging that. And yeah, you're right. Like it really is its own style, its own thing. You know what I mean? Like if you
Sure.
understand what is required, especially artists too, understands what is required of a black and white book, it stands up. They stand up against any color book.
Mhm. No, I agree. And like I said, Savage Sword, 2000 AD.
Yeah.
Banging.
Yeah. Oh, and that's too bad. Yeah, I forgot. Eddie, he has color blindness, so he actually he has a black and white blindness, so he can't do black and white anytime we do that. But luckily, Eddie and I haven't been letting you guys. I haven't really told you guys, but Eddie's been helping out with the trivia lately. Been helping out with questions and such. So, yeah. Luckily, he can't win this one anyways because he knows the answers. But yeah, man, black and white, and it's too bad because the beauty to black and white is just like you can't describe it. I know it's just it's no color, but there's something simplistically beautiful about a black and white comic. Are you still there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Can you hear? Oh, you okay.
Yeah, I was confused there. I didn't know if you were talking to someone in the chat or me. So I was
No,
like,
just kind of mentioning to everybody. Sorry.
yeah.
Okay, so back on to Lords of the Cosmos.
Yes.
So is there anything new that you guys tried for this book? Like anything that's new for the series?
No. It's,
Yeah.
At this point, it's some new characters come into focus. There's some, different storytellers, different artists, but it's basically it's kind of like if you like Judas Priest or AC/DC bands like that. After a while, it's like you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do anything too experimental. It's like, hey, it's a slightly different cover.
Yeah.
It's different, but it's within the parameters. So it's very similar to that. Where at this point, if you've been reading this book and you're getting this one, yeah, there's a new toy in the back and there's a new cover. And like I said, there's some different artists and like some different characters that are focused on, but like, you know what you're getting. Like it's not radically different.
Yeah, absolutely. So you gave us, and I'll probably get you to give us the elevator pitch again at the end, but you gave us the elevator pitch for the book. What about this for this particular issue? What can people expect out of issue 5?
So issue 5 focuses in mainly on the villains in this issue, and specifically Zemba as a femme fatale that goes sideways against her own team, setting up more future drama for all the characters in Lords of the Cosmos. And she is a big part of the main story, and she is also gets her own focused villain origin story that ties back to events in issues 2 and 4, which is exciting to go back to prior issues, right?
Yeah.
We get to see a lot of the heroes. The heroes are coming out of their self-imposed exile because they decided to save the world one more time. So the readers get to meet some of the characters they haven't met before because the main hero has a magic sword that summons his team with a magic lightning. So we get to see the magic lightning travel around the world of Aiden and summon characters that are in hiding or in exile. And we also get to see a story where the Lords of the Cosmos go on a commando raid in a prior conflict with their enemies, very similar to an 80s action film. And that was a lot of fun. I wrote that with my buddy D.W. Kahn from Lovecraft PI. We co-wrote that together. It's part 1 of multiple parts. We think it'll be 3, maybe 4 parts as a backup story in the issues where we show the Lords of the Cosmos in action. And there's a lot of action in this comic. There's a lot of cool characters. There's a lot of weird stuff, pretty girls, a lot of over-the-top 80s action. It's jam-packed full of all the things that we like. Everything from a robot throwing an axe to cyborgs, cannibal cyborgs being attacked by women in leather. We've got gladiatorial games. It's chock full of stuff. You get a lot. It pops off the page on every turn, right?
I love it. So you've mentioned the 80s action many times now. So here's a fun question for you. What is an 80s action movie that doesn't get enough love? I mean, we know about the Die Hards and the Commandos and all that stuff. What is one that just does not get the love it deserves in your mind?
Well, I'm looking at my DVD collection and I'm thinking real quick about that. I think one that doesn't get enough love, I guess it's action, is Last Starfighter. Like that is a quintessential 80s film to me.
Yeah.
And I it does get some love. I don't know if it gets enough love. I also think RoboCop doesn't get enough. It gets a lot of love. I think RoboCop could be the quintessential 80s action film. And I've appreciated it more as I've gotten older. I really think it was genius level for an older audience, but it plays to kids. Well, maybe kids that shouldn't be watching films like that. But I think RoboCop gets a lot of love, but deserves a lot more.
I do that.
Yeah, and I think that First Blood, Rambo First Blood, it gets overshadowed a lot by First Blood Part 2.
Yeah.
But man, the original Rambo is a really deep, analysis of like how our country has treated veterans and everything else. And it's actually, I mean, it's a great action film, but upon rewatching it, man, it's really, really thoughtful, right? For an action film. I mean, it definitely, and look, I love the second film. The second film is not as thoughtful. I mean, it's got like, hey, like let's find, missing in action Vietnam vets, but like that first film, it really is a critique, a pretty hard critique on America. And I think it's overshadowed so much by Part 2 that it doesn't get as much love. And look, people love the original Rambo and RoboCop, but I think they deserve even more.
That makes sense.
I'll give you Night of the Creeps. There's kind of an under the radar one. Night of the Creeps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jay said Monster Squad. Eddie said Terminator is an 80s movie. Great action movie, but let's be honest. Terminator gets all the love it deserves and more.
It really does. It's not loved. I think RoboCop gets way less love than Terminator. It's a tough question, Chuck.
I agree.
I mean, like, it's like, what's a good film that doesn't get love? So it's like, I'd have to think more on that. I may have a great answer in like 5 hours, but maybe not.
Well,
Let's say First Blood, right? That's probably my underloved, really good film. Even though it does.
Dude, I respect the pick. Lyle said Stallone's Over the Top. That's a good one, actually. That's a really good one. That's a solid pick. If I were thinking, I'd say Red Dawn, actually. Could use some more love.
Yeah. Another quality pick.
Right? So we're almost at the end of our half hour. We've been able to talk about it, but you know what, guys? You know how I always say it to all of you out there. We got to share this Kickstarter out. So the Kickstarter it's in the link. The URL is in there. Please, at the very least, just share it out on your socials. Show it off. He's brought an amazing reward present for our first place player today. And so all I would ask is you guys, at the very least, share this out, show it off on all your socials. And if the book is for you, which I know a lot of you, and especially with this conversation we're having about action movies, I'm pretty sure there's several of you who should go pick up this book right now. So we got all that. Can you give us one? Well, actually, first, tell us what they're playing for today.
So as a special gift for the winner of the trivia contest, I gave Chuck a link to download the first 4 issues of Lords of the Cosmos and some wallpapers. That was the all PDF backer rewards here from Lords of the Cosmos 4.
So you guys are getting issues 1 through 4, which means the only one you'll be missing is 5. So you can easily go and pick up 5. And can you give us one last pitch for Lords of the Cosmos before we end up heading off to break?
So that you want me to do the elevator pitch again or a different pitch?
Whatever you like, man.
So if you like 1980s toys, you like 1980s cartoons like I do, okay? And you want something that's not just derivative where you feel this is a copycat, this is just the same old thing, but you want those feels, you want those vibes, but you want something original. It's something that if you don't have those vibes still stands up on its own. Check out Lords of the Cosmos, because you know what? It's going to give you some really cool feels, and it's going to be original. It's going to stand on its own. So whether you're an old school 80s head like I am, or if you're a younger person that like you've heard about that stuff and you kind of dig the aesthetic, you dig the vibe, but you just like good stories that can stand on their own 2 feet, Lords of the Cosmos is going to give it to you, right? And I think that's the best pitch I can give to you just in general about the book is I want you to have those feels, and the feels are a bonus, but they're not the foundation of the book. It's great storytelling and great art. And that's the foundation. The 80s vibes are going to be there. And if you can feel them and be like, oh my God, I love taking that little piece of red plastic of my Transformers toys to get the little zigzag on the back. You'll get that in the inside back cover of our book too. But you don't need to be an older guy or older gal to get the fun out of that. And I think that's the real strength of our book.
Dude, I love it. And so what age range are we talking here? On the lower,
I would say older teens. There's some violence in the book. There's some sexiness, but it's not nudity. It's I would say if we gave this Lords of the Cosmos a movie rating, I'd be proud to give it an R.
Oh yeah, you don't think it could hold up a PG? Too much swearing?
Okay, you know what? PG-13, but I'm not I'm probably the jerk that the kids can watch that. What are you thinking? Right? So we'll give it a PG-13, maybe an R, depending on the amount of violence, but somewhere in there. I wouldn't feel good giving this like an 8-year-old. But no.
Look, I mean, it's PG-13. You shouldn't be taking an 8-year-old into a PG-13.
Right, exactly. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like 15, 16. Yeah, something like that. Like
Lyle says he's not old enough.
Yeah.
Lyle, but he's not saying maturity. He's saying actual age. So you could be fine.
Yeah, but there's no. Yeah, I would say PG-13 to R, depending. Something like that. Right.
Sweet. All right, Jace, thank you so much for coming out, man. It's always great having you on the show. And guys, we'll be right back with that trivia and that awesome prize right after these messages.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it.
Ask your local comic shop to add Battle Quest comics to your pull list today. Live from New York. What? Oh, sorry. Live from Cleveland? It's Friday night? It's Friday Night Live! With Nancy McCann. And Ricky. And sometimes Carlos. And featuring boxes and boxes of rare comics. Unique collectibles. Lots of smiles and conversations with new friends. Friday Night Live with Comics Unlimited. Friday night from 9 to 11 on The Experience.
to. I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
What is going on, everybody? How are we doing? So good to have you all back here. We're gonna do some trivia. What's everyone talking about? Yeah, man. Okay, so I have spent many a night in a drive-in in the trunk of a car at the drive-in. Luckily, they let me out before the movie started. You guys are awesome. All right, so why don't we move on? Let's do it. Everybody, if you're here, sound off so I can start adding you in because it's just me. Again, want to give some love out to Eddie, who's been helping out with the trivia. You guys have been he's been so awesome. And I think most of, if not almost all the questions today are from our man Eddie. So much love and appreciation to him. But yeah, if you're here, sound off so I can make sure that you're going to get points. And I think we're going to start right away with our first question. Remember, we're playing for Lords of the Cosmos issues 1 through 4 PDF. So let me know if you're here. Okay, question 1. What common condiment mixed with embalming fluid caused the beginning of the zombie apocalypse in season 1 of South Park? And I love this. I didn't know this, and I'm a South Park fan, at least to some point. Thank you, Eddie. You're awesome. So I can't, not Eddie. This was for Jason Lennox. Make sure I have everything written down. We've got Jay here. So yeah, once again, what common condiment? It's not the obvious ones. He said condom. He said condom. He said common, but I think it's one of the lesser used ones. Of course, you got, you guys are saying it here. Mayo. Nope. Make 2 is here. So not mayo. Sounds like a rifle brand. Oh, see, that's great. We got Eddie here to help us out. It's very English, if that helps you guys at all. Make 2's here. Phil is here. Boom, boom, boom. You can, if your spelling is bad, Jay, that's fine. It's not an issue. It's not mustard, not horseradish. Jay has it. Jay's got the 3 points. Make 2. Phil, Jay. Making sure Lewis, sorry. And then Phil. All right, so Phil got the 2. Oh, no, sorry. Before Phil, it was make 2. So make 2 got it. And actually, make 2, you spelled it correctly. So nicely done, bud. Not an easy one. Or no, you were close. I believe we're Chestershire. So I believe that's WORCH. Blah, blah, blah. So nicely done. I'll make sure everybody else gets a point. Worcestershire. That's how you say it. Don't get on me. Not my damn language. That's right. Worcestershire sauce was used to start the zombie apocalypse. South Park, I love you. Question 2. What month and year did Comic-Con start? I think we might have talked about this before. And this one is also for Make 2. This question's for Make 2. I can't make a bigger hint than that. Worse than Chestershire sauce. Okay, there you go. Not September of 1977. Make 2. What are you doing, man? I gave you a massive hint. Fired. That's all I can say. Fired. Not 63. There you okay. So Make 2 has the year. Now what's the month? And so far, no one has given me a correct month. We've got September and October, and both of those are incorrect. August 1970, not August 1970. Definitely earlier in the year. Walk yourself to the correct answer. Walk yourself to the correct answer. That's the huge, like, give it to you hint. Not June, not August. Yes, SDCC. Yeah. Not February. Come on. Walk there, guys. There you go. Make two got it eventually. 1, 2, 3. It is indeed. Well, I can't get. I need one more person to do it. Military men walk. Okay. Thank you. Not no. Make two. You got it. I'm waiting for one more person to get the correct answer, so we can have our 2-pointer. All right, there we go. Phil got the 2 points. I'll make sure everybody else gets a point. That's right. It's March. And I love the way you spelled that. That's the way to do it. Yep. March of 1970 was the first SDCC. Pretty cool. Question 3. This one's going to hit some of you guys. John Amos, who passed away yesterday, played James Evans on what TV sitcom? And this is like the perfect. Most of you guys are in the right age range. I'm a little young for it, but I would have gotten this one. There we go. Right away. Jay's on that one so fast. And then right after him, make two. Gets the 2 points. All you had to do was say John Amos. All right. Point for all right, cool. That's right, guys. It was Good Times. Nicely done. I'm glad for that. I'm glad. Yeah. Okay, cool. I got it right. Yep. Good Times. That is correct. Question 4. What color of kryptonite is not harmful to Superman? Though harmful is a tough word. Because I believe the pink one, doesn't the pink one make him gay? I wouldn't call that harmful. I just would think that at that point, he'd probably dress a lot nicer. And I think for me, if I was getting ready to go out on a date or something, I would probably want to use the pink just to like. Dress up. Let's see what everyone's saying. Blue, nope. Yellow, nope. Not what we're looking for. But also depends on who's writing. Okay, you know what? This could be my bad. Because I could be wrong on this one. This was a question that I was given, and I'm not trying to throw anyone in particular under the bus. So now I feel like I have to like look it up or something. Not gold, not red. It's one of the 2 colors I can't see. Eddie, that's freaking hilarious. What does blue kryptonite even do? Oh, I'm looking at images. Yes, Jay, you are correct, by the way. What does blue kryptonite do? Strips superpowered Kryptonians of all their abilities, making them mortal and thus susceptible. Yeah, I would say that harms you. That would be the iridescent quality. That could be it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't the pink one. So yes, we do have one person who got it right. Make 2. Go ahead. Copy. That's what it's all about. So 3 points for Jay, 2 for make 2, 1 each for Phil and Lewis. And why don't I also? Vendetta is here. I'm going to give Vendetta his first point because he mentioned iridescent. So there you are. Good job, everybody. Okay. Oh, now I have to go back to the trivia because I need to keep asking questions. All right. In the Batman 66 TV show, who played Egghead? And I will tell you that this is a very big name, especially in horror. So it's not a nobody. We're not asking you to just pick some random ass person. That's great. Eddie's excited because he stumped Jay on a Superman question. I mean, he got it eventually, but we had to give him a lot of hints. Ooh, nice job. Make 2 all up in the hood. And then right behind was Lewis with the 2 points. 1, 2. And then everybody else is going to get a point. I'll make sure Phil and Jay also get one. That's right. Vincent Price. Tully Savalas. Good. Nice try, man. And you know what? You keep that up, I might have to give you one of the funny bonus points. Make two is on a roll tonight. You're right. And actually, Make Two at this point, because still not a lot of points there. Make Two is ahead by 1 point. So it's still definitely anybody's game, but Make Two's ahead. So let's keep going. Yeah, we got that one, Vincent Price. So cool. Let's go on to question 6. Question 6 is, in the MCU, which city do Hawkeye and Black Widow often reminisce about? I'm interested to see how many of you guys will know this. Well, okay, that's true. You're not wrong. It's not specifically harmful. That's true. But, I think losing that super strength and stuff, that can hurt. Not Genosha. Great answer, though. We do have a correct answer, though. 2, 3. Dildo, Newfoundland. Steve, there's the 2-pointer right there, buddy. There's the 2-pointer. Dildo gets it every time. And I believe and Lewis comes in for the 2 points. And then I'll make sure that everybody else gets a point. And Vendetta, you are getting the 2 points because that's hilarious. We're getting that's right, guys. It is Budapest. So nice job. And of course, Vendetta, you're getting the extra points because dildos are always funny. Question 7. Question 7. What is the real name of the billionaire philanthropist who becomes the Green Arrow? Not even giving you a clue, because this is comic books, and I know a lot of you read DC, so you should not need my help. And if you do, shame. Because even a Marvel guy like me who has read almost none knows this. Oh, dude. Jay comes in with the middle freaking name. Oh, he just slams it down there. Oh, yeah. See, Eddie, you can't give a clue on that one. If they get it with a clue, it's almost sad. So Jay got that, and then Lewis right behind. Nicely done, Lewis. And then I'll make sure that everybody else gets a point. Vendetta, Phil, Make Two. That is correct, everybody. It is Oliver Queen. So nicely done, and it looks like at least most of you got it. Excellent. See, that was an easy one. Question. Okay, this one is just whoever's closest. If you can get to within even like 200 or 300 on this one, I'll be happy. So if you can get within a couple hundred, I'll be happy. Question 8, because he passed away too, right? There was a lot of people who passed away. So luckily, my man Eddie was like, "Hey, who died? Cool, let's put them in here." So good job, Eddie. Good job. How many hits did Pete Rose have in his MLB career? Let's see that one. That I would not have known that. I'd be pulling numbers out my ass, which is what I'm expecting from all of you. Holy crap! Phil, did you get it? 69. That's hilarious. Phil, how the crap did you know that? I'm not calling you a liar or anything. Just, how did you know that? Phil is absolutely getting the 3 points on that bad boy. Nicely done, my dude. Huge. Oh, okay, yeah. I get that. And right behind, I believe, was Jay. Jay's right behind. 4,256. Did you guys know that too? Or did you just copy it from Phil? Which, good for you if you did. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm assuming you knew it, Eddie. Thank you. And I'll make sure. So who got those? It was obviously Phil first. And then I made sure Jay got his points, and then everybody else. Make sure James a point. Lewis and Vendetta. Yep. So it's Eddie Steve is only going to get the 2 pointers. He's like, screw it. If I can just do 2 pointers all the way through, I'm solid. I should be able to take this. He's answering C, guys, but he's doing something here. You know what, Vendetta? I'm gonna give you another 2 pointer. because you did miss a bunch of questions, and that's hilarious that you're doing that. Question 9. Who completed filming Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince while undergoing treatment for breast cancer? If you guys know anything about recent news, I'm sure you're going to get this one right away. That was Jenny Rose, not Pete. Nicely done. You guys are hilarious. So yeah, let's see. Oh, Dame, you even did the Dame. Nicely done. Nicely done, Jay. 2, 3. And then right behind is Phil. And then I'll make sure that everybody else gets a point. Dame Maggie Smith. Much love to Dame Maggie Smith. I've loved her work for a very long time. Steve, I'm trying to talk about someone who's important, and you're gonna make me laugh. Damn it! Me too. Yeah, I shouldn't have mentioned that you were doing so well, because all of a sudden everybody's like coming in strong. I'm sorry, homie. That one's on me. I do apologize. We got time for one more, and that works out because it's our it's our question number 10, and this is a perfect one to end on. This singer-actor was an Oxford scholar, a Golden Gloves boxer, and a helicopter pilot for the Army Rangers. Let's see if you guys can get that. 1970. Yeah, I'm afraid, Make2, you got your 1970 question of the day. Once again, which singer-actor was an Oxford scholar, a Golden Gloves boxer, and a helicopter pilot for the Army Rangers? Again, remember, people pass away. Oh, there we go. Jay's coming in hot. And Phil, Jay is just guessing dead people. Hey, man, if it works, he's guessing the right dead people, though. Steven Seagal, not dead yet, sadly. And yeah, I said sadly. Oh, yeah, he was great as Whistler. He was great as Whistler. I fully agree with that. 1, 2. Someone was saying that Wesley Snipes should come back for the new Blade movie and play Whistler, which I think would be a really cool idea. I like that idea. So I'm going to make sure everyone gets a point, but I do have a very good idea of who's winning this. Yeah. Before I announce the winner, and I think we all have a very good idea of who won tonight, I do want to say that you guys have been freaking amazing. I really appreciate you. I appreciate everyone who's been around watching the show and been a part of it and just come out and hung out. I have mad love for you guys. And I know it sounds like, is Chuck leaving? I'm not leaving. I am taking some time off, as a lot of you may know, or some of you may know. It's been a little difficult over here, and I just need some time to kind of catch up, get my stuff together, and then we're going to come back next month, and we're going to come back again. And I'm hoping also to retool the show, find a way to make things work a little bit better. And I don't even know what that's going to look like. So either way, the show is coming back. I'm coming back, but I am going to take some time off. So a lot of love to you. A lot of love to my man JD, who's put up with my crap, and he's absolutely awesome. Much love to my previous co-host, Wendy. Thank you so much to her for everything she's done for the show. Thank you again to Eddie, JD, Wendy, all of you guys out there. I appreciate you guys putting up with me and dealing with it. It's absolutely freaking awesome. A Halloween episode might not be a bad idea. So much love to all of you guys. I will be back in a month, but our winner for tonight, yes, let's do a boatload of Halloween. I'm good with that. Our winner for tonight is Jay. Woo, Jay, hit me up. I'll make sure to send you that. Would there be? Yes, there will probably still be a quiz show going on. But you know what, guys? Feel free to send us messages or to post on here and tell us what things you guys would like out of this show or from me. And you know what? You never know what that can do for the next month. So yes, congrats to Jay. He's freaking awesome. You guys are absolutely amazing again. And I will see you guys in about a month. And you know what? I did say the S word earlier, but I don't care because it's my last day. Guys, thank you so much. From me, the EXP, JD, and everybody over here, my name is Chuck, and I give a fuck. I'll see you guys as soon as I can. Peace out.